Hello again, Bard haters, and welcome to another fine We Hate Bards Let's Play. I'm Ben.
And I'm Luke, the cute one.
And this is Let's Complain.
What are we going to complain about today, Ben?
Well, first of all, we're going to complain about the fact that the computer we're having is it had a pretty substantial Steam library, but none of it could be accessed because, one, we don't have an internet connection, and two, there were several games that needed updates and other information.
So we're going to play this, what looks like poverty game known as Unturned. And I have no clue what it is, but I'm going to learn, and it's going to be bad.
I really love the graphics on this thing. They look so, low-tech. It's amazing. And
should I do tutorial?
Nah, screw that. You don't need the tutorial. Just go ahead and use it.
But I haven't paid
It's funnier without the tutorial. No, single player. I demand it.
I sound constipated with that.
I'm not. I refuse to allow you to play that. You have to play the single player.
Okay, so I guess we'll do pay.
Okay. Pay. P-E-I. Or something.
Pay. Oh boy. Spaces jump. W. A-S-E. Oh shit, is that a... Oh god damn it, that's food. I need food.
Yes, there's a water gauge and a, is that energy?
I think that's radiation.
Well, it says 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lightning bolt is energy. So we're learning things. Again, people at home, we literally know nothing about this game. I heard from my friend who owns this computer, it's a zombie survival game. I know nothing apart from that. Like, legitimately. So, it kind of reminds me of the fact that you can do all those things. Kind of reminds me of a bit of DayZ, but single player, and it looks like crap. Which I'm kind of okay with, to be honest.
That does not look good. That guy looks undead.
He looks very, very zombified.
He looks a little bit green in the knickers.
On the bright side, it means he won't care if you steal all his grain and eat it. So, free food.
How I steal the thing? I fail.
Yeah. Normally in Minecraft, you can figure these kind of things out just by punching things. That is sort of...
You cannot punch things randomly.
Well, you can. It just doesn't have any effect.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, dear, dear.
So now we're about to go up and punch a zombie in its non-face.
Yes, sure. We're totally going to punch a zombie. No, we're not. We're going to actually punch a window. Because I like to play roguey type characters. Because, damn it. Because, yeah, I like to play the nice rogue characters, unlike a certain friend of ours. Oh, hi. Yeah. Oh, F.
Okay, so we now know how to pick things up. And apparently you're holding the tomato. Or whatever the hell that thing is.
Oh, that would be useful.
Yes, you have a weapon now. So you don't need to worry about,
Right. I can lean. I believe I can lean.
You have a lean button. Oh, that's a zombie. Well, the good news is you are playing a rogue, you have a knife, and you are stabbing them repeatedly with it.
Oh, I can't. Oh, hey, look. Yay.
You picked up the trousers.
Think that was the button? No, that's not the button. That is. I'm crouching. Oh, also helpful.
Oh, and a crossbow. Also, I feel like you should have an inventory screen where you're probably managing.
I probably should too, but I don't know the buttons yet. Oh, hey, look, there it is.
Was it tab or I?
Tab.
Okay.
No. Skills. Why do I have skills? Oh, hi.
Oh, apparently you can level up.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, there you go. This game has levels as well.
This is unusual, but I'm completely okay with it.
Well, if it ends up being kind of a decent game, and you end up having fun with it, and it has decent gameplay, then you can kind of forgive the crappy graphics. Graphics to me aren't necessarily a major thing.
That's true, and there is a certain point at which I'm going to say, quite honestly, it's more fun to be bad. We all know that. We've all done like bad stuff where it's just actually kind of fun to say something shitty. For example of that is well, a lot of the tabletop role-playing games that we've done We've all had our experiences, and we can all just honestly say that sometimes games are shitty.
Well, yes. I mean, granted, in that case, a lot of times games are shitty because of the people playing in them.
Yes, I have a player that's going to be a problem player, and when it begins, oh look, there's a scythe. Yes, I am become Grim Reaper. Oh, darn it, no. I want to be Grim Reaper. Hi.
Pick up, what did I say, scope?
Schofield, yes.
That's it's a shotgun. Okay. I couldn't really tell. I think you have to manage your inventory. You might only have a limited space. Yep.
Aww, oh that sucks.
You just took off your shirt.
Yeah, of course, because I'm so sexy. Okay, so let's try that again. Wow, I just looked happy murderous time.
You can get rid of the pants. You don't really need the trousers, the extra trousers anyway.
Yeah, that's true. There we go.
Hopefully that'll give you enough space for the shotgun. If not...
Oh.
Alright, maybe you could try putting the scythe in the bottom category and then you'll have space in the middle.
Oh, but that's not fun. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to be helpful. I don't know if this will actually work. It might. I mean, I assume the top will not have enough space to contain the...
Actually, what don't I have?
Because you have another crossbow in your second inventory slot, actually slot 1 it looks like.
Yeah, okay. Well, that explains how I use that, I think. There
Ah!
we go. I am become Doomy Dooms of Stabby Dooms.
We are geniuses at figuring out
I have
gameplay
a
mechanics.
on. Oh, wow, okay. Why is my radiation lower now? This is bad. Okay, we'll find out.
I think it has to do with getting hit by the zombies.
Probably.
That might be your resistance to being zombified.
That seems like it. So, real quick, why don't we just say something that, oh, hi, there's a zombie nearby.
You're in a car, you're fine. Also, apparently the grass is sticking up through the bottom of the car, but I'm sure that won't be a problem. You have no idea how to drive the thing, do you?
Well, you shut up. How about that? And no, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm not saying,
there we go.
I would not be doing any better, probably. Actually, I know I wouldn't be doing any better. So while Luke is trying to navigate this terrain, let's start with our first topic. And as opposed to the contrary nature of Let's Complain, where we just complain about things, we're going to very much so say yay huzzah about this one. Because we're kind of excited about this bit. Also, Luke, you almost wound up upside down.
I don't care. That's awesome.
Anyway, the thing we're kind of excited about is there's a show on YouTube, or a little web series called Journey Quest. And if you haven't seen it, we highly recommend checking it out because it is...
Bravely check it out!
Yes, it is hilarious.
If you have any experience with tabletop RPGs, you will get basically all the jokes. If you don't have any, then it's a great introduction to it. And chances are that if you don't have any experience in tabletop RPGs at all, probably are not listening to us because we're nerds like that. Yeah, run over the zombies. That's awesome.
I'm sure that went down to your cartoon side. Oh! But no, they had 2 seasons up. It took them forever to get the second season because they didn't have the money. And the same with the third season, except they just recently got the money. They got
Kickstarter.
Yep, they got it fully funded on Kickstarter. I think with like 3 hours to go.
Less.
Less than that, yeah.
Yes, and I know this because I was part of
They don't like it. Uh-oh, it's on fire.
Oh, respawn. Yay.
Okay, this really does feel a lot like DayZ.
Oh, wow, I'm naked as sin. Okay, well, that's fun.
You literally start out with nothing.
You just naked.
You wash up on the shore of some random place with zombies and like, yep, there's your lot. Now go find things and try not to die.
Just like the start of any good survival horror. Nope.
But anyway, like we were saying, Journey Quest.
Journey Quest, bravely, in fact.
Yes. They got the third season kickstarted, and I'm really excited about that. But I do have to ask you just to keep conversation going. Yeah, you might want to rotate the mic just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Make it sound better, because that way the listeners and viewers can hear the sweet, sonorous tones of my sultry voice. Continue.
Sure, if you insist. But the second season, in particular, was I hadn't seen it for a long time. I'd seen the first season numerous times through because it's hilarious, and I'd show lots of people about it. And then got to the second season, with where they actually started having plot.
Which was damn near impossible to believe, because before that, it was pretty much just Python-esque screw-a-doop. Scroop-a-doop.
Yes.
Yes, scroop-a-doop is a thing now. Make it a thing.
Okay.
Hashtag scroop-a-doop.
Scroop-a-doop. That's
Hashtag.
a new loop word, apparently.
Yeah.
We'll see about getting it added to the dictionary, or the Bectionary, because I just watched that episode of Futurama.
You know what? No, let's just be honest. Hashtag scroop-a-doop. Make it happen.
Hashtag scroop-a-doop. You got it. But season 2, season 1 was all about comedy and just random, weird, bizarre things going on, which I thought was good.
Badness.
And then the second one, they actually tried to bring in this weird plot. Also, the thing I found the weirdest about that was that the very last episode, every single female character ended up naked.
Which was awesome. Let's just be honest.
I don't know if I would say awesome, I'd say weird.
It
didn't seem to make a lot of sense to me personally.
Well,
but
part of it is honestly that it was just a whole bunch of dudes who don't know about gamers and only stupid idiots. Yay, honesty.
Well, yes, there are plenty of other places you can look on the internet to find that stuff.
Yeah, but...
And, you'll actually see the whole thing rather than just,
But it wasn't porn.
Died again.
Yay.
Yeah, admittedly, I'm not quite sure, because Red vs. Blue did a lot of that same thing. And, I mean, they're not. They finally did their last season. But they did a lot of that same thing. The first 5 seasons of that were all just random weird things happening. It was all about the comedy and the one-offs and the jokes and everything.
Right.
And then they tried to have a plot going in season 6 through 10. And I can't say I didn't enjoy it, at least somewhat, but it seemed weird, and it seemed like they got a bit away from the jokes. And,
that's because, honestly, humor is only good for so long. That's the sad truth. Run away! No!
I feel like it's gotta be a way for you to go faster. You're out of sync with 2 hearts.
I didn't have any ammo. Well, that's.
I thought you had 1. I thought you had one
No.
volt.
That's stupid. It's a whole bunch of assholes. Stupid game. Being a dick. I suck at these survival games. That's why it's entertaining to watch me play them.
Yeah, I tend to disagree in thinking the humor runs. I mean, there are new depths, and even again in Red vs. Blue, and I guess a bit of Dream Quest, they still had the random jokes they would throw in there, but they try to do.
But the jokes were more tied into the plot, and in fact, there were some things that were like, no, that's not going to come back, and it came back. Like party community, and the fact when the little half jokes that started was the bard who was following the party and chronicling their travels was just an utter failure. And what actually turned out is that she literally was a failure bard. She basically all but flunked out of the Bard's College. Do you not remember that, Ben?
No, I remember that.
I was going to say, you're probably a bad person because you did not remember that.
Did remember that she almost failed. I remember the whole Bard College thing that she went to, and then that one other guy who showed up and did things that we're not going to say, so go watch the thing.
Which one?
The one who basically took her job.
Oh, Jesus.
That guy?
That dick.
The dick? Yeah.
You're a dick.
But getting back to my original point,
Oh, look.
I'm not really certain that... Oh, gun store. That's always nice.
Welcome to the gun store. Oh, hi.
Hi. Generally, in my opinion,
I don't want to die. You die.
Yeah. When a web series starts getting rid of its jokes, building on its jokes and then getting rid of the jokes in favor of, say, these weird plot elements. Because that is another thing about that in common, is not only do they both sum up plot elements, both the plot elements had some really weird things going on that I'm kind of, I can't even describe really how I feel about them. On the one hand, I'm kind of like, that's stupid and doesn't make any sense. On the other hand, I'm like, that's still kind of interesting the way they set that up. And
well, the only reason that you're saying that it's stupid and it doesn't make any sense is because you're a little fuddy-duddy who doesn't ever want to have fun, you dickhead.
Yes, that's the reason. That's a fair summary of my point of view.
Yes, it actually is.
Not really. Look, I don't like things that don't make sense. Things in life have to make sense.
Hush,
it's called
child,
narrative.
Hush, child.
It's called a classical view.
You like Monty Python. You're a stupid dickhead.
Well, again, Monty Python still focuses on the jokes. Like, I'm not going to say the plot of Holy Grail makes sense. It freaking doesn't. It is
great, though?
Absolutely bonkers.
Great? Life of Brian.
Yeah, wasn't as big of a fan of Life of Brian.
Well,
it's
that's
okay.
That's because you're not a heretic.
Yeah, that's probably right. But it wasn't even just that. It didn't. The humor for me, it was hit and miss with a lot of the jokes, and it didn't. I don't know.
No, I'm not a prophet. Don't follow me.
Personally,
He's not a prophet. He must be the one.
Anyway, the thing with me, even Holy Grail is not my favorite thing. I much preferred their little series, or the TV show that they had, where they just do a bunch of random skits. That to me appealed more, and that's the kind of thing I like with comedy. Because as you said, if it goes too long, and eventually you run out of things to do. Which is why, in a way, more so than Journey Quest, Darkness Rising was, I would say, one of their better things because it was a movie, and they didn't.
Well, actually, Darkness Rising was part of the Gamers.
Yes, the Gamers series.
Which was very much so different. In that it was not about a party; it was about the players behind the party. It was the behind the music. Really. And yeah, well, I'll be honest. I didn't enjoy it nearly as much, just because it actually really did go on for, I think, a little bit longer than it should have. I don't think you've seen The Hand of Destiny, have you?
Is that the new Gamers?
There's 5 of them, dude.
There's only 3.
Okay, well, there's that one is about the Jockish one. You know who I'm talking about, but I can't remember that. He plays the cleric.
He plays the cleric
in Journey Quest, and that's all we're going to say.
And he also plays the monk in Gamers 2.
Yeah, no, it's the same person.
Yes. I can't remember what his name is.
I don't either, but whatever. He plays the card game now, and it's really cool. No, it isn't. He's just gonna play Magic. Oh my god! Why can't I eat this? There we go.
I still don't know. No, it looked like you just filleted a giant dildo.
Benjamin! Middle name Curtis! You terrible person, you.
Yes, I am a terrible person.
I mean, I am too, but whatevs. Die heard it. Die in a fire. No, die.
You didn't beat it in right.
I was wearing the orange part. You know what that means? They killed Kenny.
They did, and then he came back. Presumably the next morning, because that's how that works.
Yes. Without clothing.
Without clothing.
And somehow without his naughty bits.
Well, additionally, your parents are probably already dead, so you couldn't be born the normal way.
Or, well, no, he doesn't get reborn like that. He just kind of goos up.
No, that is...
I don't care. He goos up in my brain. Be quiet.
Yes, your little brain that is itself goo.
So... No, actually, I am going to say one of the most horrific things actually happened. During the old school dungeon crawl this weekend, and you'll know it as soon as you hear it, but there's a reason that I saved up the file as the Freudian Manticore, and that was completely unintentional, and I feel like a bad person for it.
Freudian or Freudian?
Freudian.
The Freudian Manticore. Oh, jeez.
Yep. No, I don't... No.
You're mining thing.
How do I do the thing?
You're holding a thing and it's wanting you to plant it.
No, screw that. I want clothing. Let me put on clothing. I don't want to be naked. Mama always say. Okay, that's enough of that shit. Okay, so let's continue.
So, as I was saying, to kind of wrap this up, I am really excited for it. I mostly just kind of want to see where they're possibly going to go with this and what they're going to do with the whole thing that they had set up with the Wizard.
Perf.
Ah, yes, the Perf
dyslexic. Perf, the dyslexic Wizard.
Yes. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of Glorian being Glorian.
Bravely being Glorian.
That's the one thing that's, really got me excited. Especially when he met the legitimate dungeon master of the dungeon.
Oh, it was great.
That was fantastic.
Okay, so they stopped chasing after me because I guess they're stupid zombie things.
Yeah, they have a range or something. But
no, I'm actually looking forward to seeing the cleric and how he reacts to all that stuff.
Yes.
Oddly enough, the most dramatic moment of that show is somehow awesome to me, despite the fact that it is clearly comedy. And the issue is that he's a cleric of a good god. Good gods don't like undead. Perf has dyslexia, and he tried to cast Raise Dead. He cast Raise Undead instead. Bad stuff happens.
Yes. Again, watch the series.
Just
and
watch
hopefully,
it. Watch
hopefully
it.
when Season 3 comes out, you'll be able to start catching up on that. Because that, again, yeah.
Is an excellent series that we're just going to dissolve. We're already just...
We get...
Family Goo.
I feel like we've gooed over it enough.
No, we haven't. Don't lie.
Anyway, so let's move on to the...
I also feel like fanboy goo is just like the worst part of working at like a convention. Because you just know they have to clean up so much fanboy goo off the floor. And that's enough of that joke. No, it isn't.
Wah, wah. Alright, so then moving on to the next topic I kind of had. Have you heard of the new Pokemon thing they're doing? I'm not talking about... Not Go. The other one. The one where they tried to mix it with Tekken.
Oh, Pokken. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I know about
Pokemon
Pokken.
Tournament.
No, it's Pokken.
I refuse to call it that. It's
Pokken.
a stupid fucking name that they tried to mix with Tekken, even though
It was made by Tekken. That's why you can.
it was not made by the it was not made by the studios that made Tekken. It was made by the person who made Tekken that now works for Nintendo.
Ooh, I'm gonna complain.
I'm not complaining about that. It's the name of the freaking thing we're doing. Of course I'm gonna complain. Also, I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about the fact, even if it was Tekken, it's a stupid fucking name.
It actually is using very much so a non-fighter UI is what I understand. And for those of you who understand what that tech phrase means, it's not going to look like a traditional fighter when you play it. It's actually, from what I understand, and from some screen grabs, ow, my booty, is actually going to look more like a Pokemon battle, where it's one side and then the other side. It's apparently going to control very differently, and again, that's... Oh, Canada, fuck you.
Well, now we know
it
who you
looks
are.
a little bit
Oh, yes,
like a
Prince
middle finger.
Edmonton Island, or Prince Edward Island, or whatever that is.
Screw you, Canada. Not your buddy, guy. I am hitting you in the dick with a scythe. Why are you not dying?
Maybe he has metal dick. I don't know.
You've got brass balls, sir.
Balls of steel.
Brass balls.
It's balls of steel. Say it.
Brass balls.
No, it's brass monkey and balls of steel.
Why did you not turn off your phone, you dickhead?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Pay the price! Okay, so are you good? Are you done being a phony phone, dickhead phone?
Well, it's silenced now, so we won't have to deal with that again.
Excellent. You owe me a beer.
I do not owe you a beer. That was
Liar.
never in my agreement. I did not sign
Liar.
that contract.
Bitch, please.
But Pokemon Tournament.
Pokken.
Pokemon Tournament.
Pokken.
Fuckmon Tournament. So,
What the?
that's going to be the thing I do every time you correct me, is I'm just going to make it worse.
Okay, then.
So,
I'm
like
waiting.
I was saying, Pokemon Tournament.
Fuckboy tournament.
Sure.
Incest
I was
tournament.
looking up at some of the things they're going to
Oh,
have
look,
in there,
there's a shotgun.
and I have to wonder.
Aw.
Yeah, you don't have the stuff for the shotgun anymore.
Boo.
Like you say that it plays more like a Pokemon battle, which I guess I kind of always knew it was going to do, because let's be honest, if you try to have a new thing, what are most Pokemon fanboys going to do? They're going to bitch about it.
That's what everybody's gonna bitch about anyways. That's the nature of the beast. Yeah, no, there's really no other way to explain that. It's oh look, I'm gonna look like a tool now, and I love it. Somebody, where's suit bottoms? Suit bottoms, yeah. Oh no, I'm not gonna wear suit bottoms. They suck. Yeah, I'm a tool. Yeah.
Really? Because you look more like an Amish guy in a fancy sweater vest.
Well, you know what they say now, huh? Ah, no.
Now you kind of, when you do that, now you look kind of like an Amish Doctor Who. Or Fourth Doctor, I guess.
I don't watch enough of that to be able to make jokes and phrases, so whatever. Yes, call me a heretic. I care not for what you shall do, if only because I am an asshole. Shall we continue, sir?
Yeah, I kind of always knew they were going to do that. I kind of had to. Because the interesting thing about any Nintendo fan base is they don't want new games, they don't want new things, they want exactly what they already have, but more of it.
You can't necessarily fault them for that, though, because a lot of what Nintendo has is actually decent.
Well, admittedly, for the next gen, and I haven't seen all of the stuff that next gen has to offer, but especially with like the launch titles, like
While we're on next gen. Fire Emblem Fates. I'm gonna get that game.
We're gonna get to that. That's another topic I have on there.
Boo! I want to talk about waifu emblem.
I don't care. Anyway,
you're a dick.
Yes, I am a dick.
Got the dick because we're in Canada.
Oh my gosh, we are. Oh my gosh, we're the Canadians from South Park.
Did you just realize that now?
Yes!
After I made the "I'm not your buddy" guy reference.
I wasn't paying attention to that.
You're a dumb shit. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm the dumb shit. I'm the one who's died like 6 times before I managed to figure out how to pick my own nose.
And yes, I actually did just physically pick my nose a little bit. I had an itch.
But, like, to get back to what I was saying, when the next gen first came out, they were the only ones like, in the first year who released any kind of actual fun games. Because I saw some of the games they're coming out with, and okay, yeah, there was the same old stuff they always released.
No.
But at least there was gameplay to them.
When you say next gen, which gen are you referring to?
I guess it would be current gen. It'd be PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U.
At this point, I would like you all to notice that I am just staring holes in this man's brain socket.
What?
Empty brain. Do you not know about Infamous, you sick son of a bitch?
From what I heard, it was an unnecessary addition to a franchise that didn't need an unnecessary addition. And wasn't as good. Again, I know the person who played it, they said, yeah, it's way worse.
Who played it?
Who played
Tell
it?
me. Because
Matt.
I can... That's because it's Matt.
Yeah, and you realize Matt and I have almost identical taste in games.
We both have shitty taste in games, actually, is what it's
Says you. Says Mr. Person who... Hold on.
Go for it. I'm waiting for it. Go ahead. Tell me, bro. Tell me, huh?
I'm blanking now on any of the games that you freaking like. That's the problem.
That's right,
I
you
don't
little
know much
son of a
about you.
bitch.
Well, when I do, I'll find something to insult you with.
Right, and
For
I've already
liking
told
the...
you Tales.
Oh, wait, I know. Valkyria Chronicles.
Which is fucking amazing. You
No,
just
it's
don't have to-
not. It's a bunch of freaking generic anime people fighting
No,
a
that's
war.
Valkyria Chronicles 2.
It's Valkyria Chronicles 1 as well. They're the same freaking characters.
No, it is not.
Okay, they have different names and they look different, but it's the same freaking characters.
No, it is not.
Heroic, super child who's good at everything somehow.
Nope.
And then...
You're so wrong, and you're so
How
wrong.
am I so wrong? I've played Valkyria Chronicles 1.
Have you played 2?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I've played them both. The main character is, okay, admittedly he's more of like an arrogant prick in the second one, and in the first one he's more of, I'm going to be the hero, I'm going to do all awesome things.
No.
And he does.
Okay, listen, the Valkyria in Valkyria Chronicles 2 is Alias, and she's just like, I don't know how to be a person. Yay! And then you have my favorite asshole ever, Zeri, who is just a great example of a character who has just dealt with shit his whole life. But Ben wouldn't understand that. No, he's just, I don't care.
You're right. I guess I have no
that.
standards for not liking a game that is just more generic anime crap that I don't understand. With boring turn-based combat that doesn't work, and
What? No.
And admittedly, the second one they fixed it, but the first one, a really obnoxious interface that constantly brings you back to this book form and asks you, "Are you sure?" before every single cutscene.
I'm
And to be
not going to
honest,
deny that.
and to be honest, it kind of got me thinking. Are you sure you want to watch this next cutscene? Not really. But see, now that you mention it, I'm not sure I want to watch the next 3 either. But seeing as the only way to advance this freaking, what I would very thinly and sarcastically call a plot, I guess we don't have a choice, so I'm kind of surprised that you'd ask.
Really? I have to know. Do you know a lot of the games?
Of Valkyria Chronicles?
Do you like... You're not American because you don't like World War II stuff. That's what that means.
No.
Not
I hate those kind of games too.
You're a Hitler lover.
No.
Hitler lover.
You know, I find this
Go
ironic
suck
from a
Hitler's
guy
dick.
playing a game. I find this ironic in the discussion of a game based on World War II made by a Japanese company.
Go suck Hitler's
Yeah, we all know what side they were on at that point, whose flag they were waving.
Go suck Hitler's dick, you commie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
what this is about.
That's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth. That's saying something, because there have been some pretty fucking dumb things that have
There
come
have
out
been.
of your mouth.
I'm not going to deny that. At least I admit it. Oh look, here's some glue. I'm going to eat some glue.
I wonder if that means there's a crafting system in this game too.
There is. I just don't know how. I don't know how to how. Right?
That is probably a good thing.
I don't know how to how.
But again,
I like
it
the
seems
site.
a bit
It seems
insincere.
to kill things fast.
It seems a bit insincere for a Japanese company to be making games around World War II, given, where they stood at that point in history.
Yeah, okay, fine. You know what else a lot of people make games about? I don't know, stuff. Shut up.
Yeah, how's that feel?
Shut up! You know what? You know how it feels? It really doesn't bother me at all that much. You want to know why? Because I have a wife, and I used to be like that.
You have a fiancé. She's not quite your wife yet.
At this point, she's my wifey poo. You shut up.
So there, I managed to work in hatred towards 3 of the things Luke holds dear. So
I swear to God, I'm going to murder your soul.
well, you have to get in line for that one.
Not really.
So Pokemon Tournament, as we were...
Pokken.
However we got...
Pokken.
Poke you.
Pokken.
Is...
It's Pokken!
It's exactly what I would have expected, so far, what I would have expected given, what I know about Pokemon fans. It's, it's more of the same thing. This time they presented it in a slightly different format. It's kind of like, and to me it kind of seems like that whole bit where they tried to make a Legend of Zelda mixed with, what was that one?
Oh, you mean Hyrule Warriors?
Hyrule Warriors, which was mixed with, what was the game it was mixed
Dynasty.
with? Dynasty
Warriors. Not necessarily Dynasty, but yes, Warriors. The Warriors franchise. Actually, do you have any idea exactly how many times they have mixed Blank Warriors? Blank Warriors is one of the most frequent selling things, I swear to you.
Blank Warriors.
Blank, meaning like, it's Warriors. It's a Warriors game, which is basically it's Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors or Anime Warriors, I swear to God. Or Warriors Orochi, or Pirate Warriors, One Piece Pirate Warriors.
Or Warriors of the Hidden Temple.
I don't know, but sure. Slicing the back.
I've never actually played that one, but I played Hyrule Legends, and it didn't
Hyrule
really
Warriors.
like it. It seemed kind of bizarre, and I mean, part of it felt like I was in a world that I didn't really understand, but another part, it got kind of boring really quick, and there wasn't really without the whole main plot of let's go save the princess, let's go to these dungeons, find the 7 mystical MacGuffins that will somehow save the day, and trying to figure out whether we're going to get the hook shot or the boomerang first this time. I mean, I kind of got into a routine with that, and trying to get into the new thing, it didn't seem to have much of a plot or a coherent narrative or anything really. It just was go from place to place, fight more and more of the same generic baddies, and before fighting a bigger baddie.
Wow, I think I'm a little bit high in this game because everything turned to be red.
Well, I think it's just coming night. This is the only way I can look
No, I don't want to be. Fine, shut up.
Who are you even talking to?
I don't know.
But
I just complain like that. Oh look, lettuce.
Let
us complain.
Yes, funny.
No,
I
don't lie. It's bad.
I wouldn't even. The thing about Pokemon Tournament is the way they were talking about it. I probably wouldn't have gotten it anyway because, well, I generally don't like fighting games, to be honest.
I actually like a lot of fighting games, and actually, I'm kind of surprised that you don't like fighting games
Oh,
because you have a lot of Tales games that you enjoy. And
I was
Tales
gonna say
games
it's not that I
are
necessarily.
fighting games.
It's not that I necessarily don't like fighting games. It's I don't understand them. And mentioning Tales had plenty of other things going for it. Yeah, you had bits where you
it's a
fought.
style
you also
fighter.
You also had style fighter.
Style fighter.
It's an
the type of-
RPG with hack and slash combat.
You
is what it
shut
is.
your whore mouth and let me explain, god damn it, motherfucker. Style Fighter is a type of game that's really been defined recently. But what it is, it's basically it's got a lot of like fightery combat. But the big thing is that it is a grading system of some sort. And it usually has like a lot of depth to it. Other games in this general.
You mean like Devil May Cry?
Yeah, I was gonna say DMC is in that range. Devil May Cry. There's a lot of them actually. That's really
I've always heard Devil May Cry referred to as a spectacle fighter.
Style fighter, spectacle fighter, potato.
And I don't know how you could say that of the Tales. I mean, I've only played Tales of Xillia and Tales of Symphonia, but neither
Really?
of them have a grading system.
Yeah, at the end of the battle, grade. Tales of Symphonia has that right out the bat.
You know what else has a grading system like that? Final Fantasy 13, and it never seems to make any cocking
13
difference
is just
what you get.
bad, though. 13 is just bad, alright?
But even in Tales of Xillia, it never seems to make any difference what grade at. Actually,
grade is...
I don't
you did
remember
stuff at the
seeing.
grade shop.
No, I've never seen grade at the end of that.
Really?
Nope, I've never.
Okay.
I'll have to go back and replay it.
Oh, right,
check.
excuse me, no. The issue is with Xillia and Xillia, they didn't have traditional grade like you normally do in the rest of the Tales games. What they have is grade is usually basically used in place of trophies. Excuse me. And when you go to start a new game plus, you can trade in your grade or your trophies
Ah, yes, that was
to
the
get
thing.
extra nice bonus stuff.
but I wouldn't really classify that as a style fighter. That was more you had challenges and things that you could complete, and the more you did, like the better bonus you got. And that was the thing that Star Ocean started way back on the SNES.
Right. Dude, that's like Fantasia way back on the NES. On the NES. Is it NES? It's either NES or the SNES. By the way, SNES is just a funny word.
Yeah.
I'm being immature.
My point is though that Tales of Xillia, okay, it has hack and slash combat, but there's a lot more to it than that. It actually has an interesting plot, for relatively interesting characters. But
it's just more anime weeaboo bullshit,
said Ben. I'm going to wear cargo shorts like a
okay,
dickhead. Oh, damn it. Well, guess we're not going to use those right now.
Yeah, well, we know the sound's working, so that was the primary reason we had it anyway.
Ow, my neck hurts now.
Shut
your whore mouth.
It had ways to level up your character. It had ways to interact with the world. It had other things that kind of made it a bit more coherent. To me, a fighting game just feels like someone took one aspect of a game and tried to stretch it way out and make it carry the entire thing.
Which, honestly, that's a lot of games, though. Honestly, let's think of.
Well, I don't play a lot of those kinds of games. Is
really?
The problem?
You're bad. That's what that means.
Is that what that means?
Shorts. Yeah.
Is that what that means, or does it just mean I have standards and tastes?
Your tastes and standards are wrong. That's what it means.
Oh, is that right, Luke?
Yes, it is. I am the one who's getting married. You are not.
What? How does that have anything to do with anything?
It means I can get the putty.
Oh, wait, I know why. Maybe it's because I have standards and taste. Oh.
No, you just don't know how to person. You don't know how to person, do you?
I don't care to person.
What on God's green earth?
Tell me you can hit someone with the yellow umbrella. That would be the greatest thing ever.
I will not. I say nay. Nay.
Come on. Hit him with the yellow umbrella. Make it like...
Watch me nay.
You could be like Kirby.
Watch me whip. And watch me
nay. Stop it.
Watch me whip. Now watch me nay.
You're about to watch me smack my tablet across the back of your dome.
I'm okay without that. No. How about don't be a dick? Yeah, that's right. What the F nuggets is this? Oh, hi! I'm okay with that.
You have a backpack now. That's actually a really good thing for you to have.
Yay. Assuming I can not die badly, like usual, I guess.
So anyway, moving on to the next topic. The other thing I had to discuss was...
Watch me nine.
Yeah. The other thing I had to discuss, they just came out with a new beta for some game called The Division?
I think.
You haven't heard of this game?
I have not. No, that's not my wheelhouse.
It is called The Division. It was a beta game that it was a beta version of a game that they're trying to come out with, and supposedly it's supposed to be a Destiny killer. Oh. Which, my understanding...
Destiny's already dead.
I was going to say, supposedly a Destiny killer would be any first-person shooter that came out, on older generations.
Here's the thing. Any Destiny killer would be a FPS or TPS multiplayer focused game that came out. Because Destiny is not a good game.
Really isn't.
Suck. It does not have any sensation of progress when you play it. Which is really why I feel so bad that I got the whole huge dipshit thing when I came out. Because I played it for a month and I'm like, no, this game sucks. Let's not do it.
You made it a lot longer than I made it about a week because I ran into Gamefly. And every day it had to install more and more patches and it took up, a half hour to an hour of playtime. And I'm thinking, I remember when we used to make fun of PC gamers because they had to deal with this. And now us console gamers have to deal with it too, and it sucks.
Yep.
And then when I got around to actually playing it, I found it to be very boring and uninteresting.
Just not good.
And I couldn't really tell the difference between the classes either. I made two.
The biggest issue, actually, was that none of them had really any issue. Really had any difference between it. It was all based on what gun are you going to use and
pretty much
going to be a class.
I made two separate characters. I made that tech wizard kind of whatever they call him,
yes,
and then I made a generic soldier type. And I tried playing,
and the generic soldier type would do better every time.
Well, that was pretty much. I started them not knowing the difference. I'm like, well, I'll just make one of each. I realized now I still can't tell the difference. They both have just generic weird powers that you throw out and they make explosions happen. But none of it seemed to have an effect, similar to hot lead. So I ended up just using my guns most of the time.
Yeah, guns. Let me tell you about the most powerful power of them all. Guns. Okay, that's enough of that.
Might want to get that checked out with a doctor. You might have Tourette's.
No. Just no.
So, Destiny, we hate Destiny, and apparently they came out with a game called The Division. They came out with a game called The Division, and so far, The Division has a grand total of 2 story missions, and then a bunch of things they call encounters, where you can go into a randomly generated arena and fight a bunch of random dudes to level grind experience and gear.
Well, that already sounds a lot better than Destiny.
It does.
Which is kind of damning in all directions.
I was gonna say it does. Weirdly enough, it does sound better than Destiny, and
But at least it's honest.
It still doesn't sound that good.
Let me
That's
put it
the
this
funny
way.
thing.
I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to drinking beer, there's one beer that I absolutely hate so much. Among the obvious like college beers, like Natty Light.
Silver Bullet. Well, and Steel Reserve. That's what I'm thinking.
No, I actually don't mind stealing nearly as much as I hate Bud Light. And the reason I hate Bud Light is because it's a piss beer that is trying so hard to make it not be a piss beer. I love Miller because at least it admits that it is a piss beer. Same as Steel Reserve. There's the honesty of the thing just really goes in a large direction in the positive to me, even if it is all just like gonna end up making me shit diamonds and badness later.
Well, and see, it's funny you mentioned the honesty, because that was the other thing I was thinking about, the fact that it's a beta and that they've got this thing out.
The fact that it has that as a beta is more than Destiny had in its first month.
Well, my point I was trying to make is with just betas in general. You didn't used to have that. It used to be, when a gaming industry hyped up a game, and it still is a little bit, that's all you had. You had their word and you had some fancy screenshots. And that's become more and more of a trend. So anytime a game releases a beta and says, hey, don't just take the screenshots for it, here, play the free beta, see if you like it, and then if you do...
I'm much more willing to trust those people, honestly.
Exactly.
Because I've had a few experiences with just games being bad. Bad. I think I know why it's running at 90 FPS, actually. It's because it's a derpy, bad graphic game on purpose. Yes, that was a conversation that just happened now. On a day. Oh, that's helpful. I'm gonna try and like...
Is that 20? Oh, you got more ammo for your thing.
I'm
I didn't realize ammo is actually... Are you stuck?
No, I'm actually hiding for... Why am I shaking?
Because you're at 10% health?
Okay, now I think I'm stuck.
Yeah. Which is, I always find it really insincere when these gaming companies give massive amount of hype to games. Like, I'm trying to think of some good examples of really over... Well, Destiny was actually one of them. That was going to be the first one on my...
Destiny is kind of the example of all things going on with that. Yes, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I would like to go someplace and have it not look like darkness and fatness, and I'm going to die-ness, actually. But I don't believe I can do that.
So, yeah.
Actually, no, I'm going to kind of just hunker down right here. Be afraid, little child. I'm gonna be a fraidy cat. Oh, hello.
I think my worst experience with that was
Oh.
Twisted Metal, the new revamp of the Twisted Metal game. If you've played that at any
Nope.
point. Yeah, don't ever play it.
Okay.
Like, I played... It's got one story campaign. You play as Sweet Tooth. You do 6 races.
Ah, yes.
And basically... Well, no, 7 races of varying retardedness. It's not... Like, the first 2 or 3 are the standard, like, go ride, kill everybody. Then they do, like, other weird things, like a race, and then, like... you have to... I don't remember what they all were, but they all... It just became increasingly douchebaggy, and, you had to do weird things. And the story had almost no payoff. And then I got done with that. I'm like, oh, okay, so now can I be whoever I want and, like, do, other maps? Oh, yeah, you can do all those things in the online mode, which at the time wasn't even up.
Oh, that's dickish.
Yep, so I went back into GameStop. I said, if you do not give me a full refund on this, I'm going to burn your shop to the ground.
That's not seeming to be bad or weird coming from you, no? Actually, no, honestly, that just feels exactly...
Well, it wasn't even so much that. It was the fact that I had pre-ordered it on the basis of some other person saying who worked at the store saying, this is awesome, you should get it. And I'm like, this person needs to pay most of the price for whatever game I get in exchange for this.
I feel like that's more honest about how
I was like, you sold this to me on false basis. I fucking hate it. It's stupid. And I spent an hour freaking screaming at them and arguing, and they finally gave me, in exchange for that, they gave me, what was it? I can't even remember what game I got.
It was a halfway decent game.
I can't remember what game I got.
It was a halfway decent game. 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 It
Yes, it was definitely a better trade than Twisted
Well, that's
Metal.
again not saying much.
Um,
We need to say more than not much, honestly. Oh look, there are lots of pretty stars.
yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna go and kill and get more experience.
yeah.
Yeah. Murder
Well,
stuff.
we can now
Yeah.
see if the upgrade system actually has any kind of effect. Also, you might want to look for food.
No, I don't need. No, food doesn't do that. I need medicine.
Medicine.
Painkiller.
Okay. Ah, yeah, sorry, because food heals the food bar.
And some water, yes. I don't know if this is a more efficient way of running, but I'm gonna do it. Also, it looks all jittery, and if you are epileptic, I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
It also really highlights the bad draw distance on this game.
The purposefully bad draw distance, I feel. But, you know, it could be worse. Actually, let me say this. One game that was very underhyped that I feel was way better than it honestly deserved to be. And Ben, I feel like you're going to be addicted to me on this one, but
Probably.
Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma.
Have you ever played it?
I have played it.
What do you think?
Not a fan.
Well, at least you're that honest that quickly.
Yes. Justin was all super excited and like amped up, like, oh my gosh, it's awesome, it's awesome. It's okay. I will say, the thing for me is it seems a bit bland and uninteresting. I can't find necessarily too many bad things to say about it, but I also can't find any good things to say about it.
Well, I'm
really.
going to say this about that particular game. It's very much so like Monster Hunter in that you don't really get any good stuff until you get good stuff. You're going to die a lot, and then you won't die, and you will be God. And that's kind of the same ethos with Monster Hunter, which is another game I very much so love. But on to the different topic. Her games came out quite recently that I personally cannot wait to get my grubby little mitts on. And that would be Waifu Emblem, Birthright and Conquest. And apparently also a Waifu Emblem Revelation. Do you know what this is, Benjamin?
I don't even... Are you even speaking words?
Fire
right now?
Emblem.
Okay.
The reason that I'm calling it Waifu Emblem is because, well, it's kind of known for being a halfway dating sim now because of Awakening, which is an excellent game, I should mention. And I am in no way making calling it a bad game by saying that, but let's just be honest. Weeaboo, not this guy.
Yeah, when you say things like that, it makes me hate you all the more.
I really couldn't give a shit less, you dick face. Are we just gonna, like, spend another half hour just insulting each other? Because
maybe
that actually sounds pretty...
The thing is,
that sounds like pretty compelling television, honestly.
Maybe just two angry people going back and forth about how much they hate each other. That kind of seems like one of the Monty Python sketches.
So
that might have happened.
So
I'm just making a point.
Okay. I'm gonna lean with me, rock with me, lean with me, rock with me.
Fire Emblem has always been one of like the Nintendo franchises that for some reason, even though I feel down that I shouldn't like it, I really do.
You feel like you should not like it, you say?
Yes, because it's Nintendo, and it's in a lot of ways it's one of those things where it's the same as the previous. But at least they try to introduce new characters, new settings, and slightly new plot. They put some effort into it.
Here's the thing about Fire Emblem to me. Fire Emblem. God fucking damn.
Well, you made it a lot longer than you had prior to this.
Well, Fire Emblem is a very good game, and they are vaguely interconnected at best. Now, apparently I say the word vaguely very funny. I remind myself of this anytime I say it. And that the plots are slightly, possibly, maybe interconnected.
Some of them are.
No,
Couple of
all
them are
of
direct
them.
sequels.
All of them. All of them are connected in one way or another, as told by Awakening. Exactly how much of that is just the game is just them believing that the franchise was going to end with that game, and how much of it is actually now perfectly canon, I'm not quite certain. But I like the idea of it being one continuous continent, because I'm that guy.
Well, Suikoden did kind of the same
Suikoden,
thing.
you mean? Suikoden.
No, I mean...
Suikoden.
No, I mean suck it down.
Yeah, you're a hot.
Yeah, weren't expecting that, were you?
Nope, shut up.
You know, someone else might argue, a more experienced man than myself might argue, that you should have probably been prepared for a zombie attack in the zombie game.
Probably should have, but I wasn't.
Luckily, I'm not that big of a dick, so I won't go there.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly,
not an asshole.
I didn't actually find out about the new announcement of the new Fire Emblem game until literally today.
They literally, really?
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, Tell me, what was your favorite Fire Emblem game? I'm curious.
Favorite Fire Emblem game? I mean, probably would end up being the first one I played, which was Fire Emblem 6.
With who?
With Eliwood, Hector, and Lynn.
That was a pretty good one. I'm gonna say this. Hellia's games, which are the ones with Ike and the Dawn and Dawn of Radiance or something like that.
Which we lost our copies of at least one of those games. So.
I'm sorry to hear that. No,
Yeah,
those are very good games. Those were for the longest time actually my favorite Fire Emblem games, which makes me a bit of an odd person apparently. But then I played Awakening, and there is no other to me. So there is that. Now you know.
Well, I will admit Awakening is a good game, and I probably rate it higher than slightly higher than the ones for the GameCube and the Wii. Mostly because I haven't played them as extensively. The thing I liked about like first of all, it was the first one that actually came to America. Fire Emblem 6 was, to my knowledge.
I think actually 5 came to America with Roy. Roy was the first one to come to America.
Was he? I thought they had to export.
No,
that
you're right.
and,
No,
translate
you're
it.
right. No.
But yeah, I played that one as well. I played it after, which is weird because it's a ridiculous. Anyway, so
Yes.
it was the first one I played, and I liked it. I liked it because it was simpler than a lot of the more recent ones. It was just
Yay, I can have an axe.
it was easier for me to understand and figure out, and I didn't have to constantly be planning and figuring out, make your own weapons and change class to these other things.
Oh, you could. It's always an option there, but oh damn it. But oh yeah, awesome. You do keep your stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep your skills, but not your equipment apparently. So
I am going to deal with that. Awesome. Let me look. This is a very uncomfortable seat, and I probably sound weird and wonky right now, but I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. Again, I did not know they were bringing out a new one until recently. I don't know if I'll get around to play it. It took me forever just to find a copy of Awakening.
Really?
Back in the day.
Because Awakening was, that was all over. I think part of the issue was that nobody really knew who would want it. I actually found it in the local supermarket, the local department store.
Really?
Yeah, Meyer.
Like, Luke, when it first came out, it was right around the time I was
May.
still doing my 8-bit Panda review. Back in those days when we
No,
that
it was...
video. Yes, it was. That was when it first came. Because I remember when I first started.
When was this? What year?
It was either beginning of 2013 or end of 2012.
Let's see here. It was May of 2013 that it came out.
Okay, and that was.
Yep.
Cause I remember I started looking for it, like.
It came out May 2014.
And I spent a month looking for it. Couldn't find it in any game store, Myers, supermarket, anywhere else like that. And I looked all over the place. I had people call their affiliates. They couldn't find copies there. And then finally, I just gave up until about a month later when Dave, who was anyway, our friend Dave, a friend of mine,
Your sister's ex, who we like
we're not
better than your sister.
we're not going to go there. We're not going to go
That's
there.
all we're going to say.
But anyway, he happened to have found one copy out on the east side of the state where he lived at the time, and said, "Hey, I'll let you borrow it." And that was how I got a chance to finally play it and do my little review of it.
It's really good. But are you planning on getting Conquest or Birthright? Because I'm planning on Birthright.
Again, haven't looked enough into either one to decide.
Okay, let me put it this way. Conquest is a much more you join a European country. Birthright, you join the Weeaboo Nandeska country, the Japanese country.
I will probably go Conquest then.
Awesome, cool. We'll team up. Yeah, bro.
Bro.
We're nerds. We just, no. Spock.
No, we're not doing
Spock and Lock. Spock and Lock. We need to.
We're not doing that. I refuse.
Spock and Lock. Boom. We did it. We did it because I said we did it. We did it. We're all nerds.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, it did.
So
totally happened. Ben's a bad liar.
we are nearing the end of our 1 hour time limit, but in like the little bit of time we've got left, I'm gonna go and mention one other thing that I kind of mentioned in a different thing, but I'm gonna talk about it again here. Final Fantasy VII. I finally saw a trailer for the remake. And can I just...
Finally?
I hadn't been paying attention much to it until recently. I found out they had a trailer release. I'm like, I haven't seen this yet. So I looked and saw it.
God, no, we're not going to talk about that.
Why not?
The reason why not is because Final Fantasy VII, the only reason that it is as huge as it is today is because it was the first one. It was really, for a lot of people, the first Japanese RPG they played.
Not for me.
And for a lot of people, you always remember your first. And while 7 was a good game, it doesn't deserve the ridiculous amount of love that it has. I know that we're going to get some hate on that one, or at least I am. But we'll deal with it, and I'll just say that my name is not Luke, my name is Ben Curtis. That's right, send your hate mail to Ben Curtis. Address, whose thing and name I cannot think of right now, but you'll find
Well, that's
him
probably a
because
good
he's Ben
thing.
Curtis.
I don't think that's going to be what happens. But no, I saw the trailer for it, and I'm kind of weird. It kind of feels weird to say this now because I'm actually kind of excited for it. Mostly because the combat looks like they went back to the old style or the old Kingdom Hearts style.
They actually, well, old Kingdom Hearts style. What on God's green earth are you talking about?
Well, came up with Kingdom Hearts with the hack and slash style combat that they had, and then they made several other Final Fantasies that were still turn based. Then they tried to make a couple that were like a weird meshing of the two, like with Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. And,
I will actually say this. You've played 12.
I have played 12.
I feel like 12 is a great example of...
No, it is not.
I feel like it's a good
terrible example.
I like the gameplay on that one, actually. I like the turn-based weight on that one.
I do. Are you kidding me? It's the game plays itself, dude. It's a game that literally plays itself.
As so long as you set up your tactics correctly, yes.
Yeah, so it's a management sim.
Hey, like I said, I liked it. You're just a bad person.
What? Because I don't like management sims. Because I don't like something that contains all the fun of making an Excel spreadsheet.
So you're a dick. You're a dick.
Well, again, I like Kingdom Hearts combat. That
You're a dick, yes you're a dick, you're a dude.
I hope you get ass cancer.
Ass cancer.
Yes, cancer in your ass.
You know what else we should talk about real quick? Have you heard about the new Cyanide and Happiness card game that's coming out?
Yes, I have. I saw a thing.
I think we should play that.
We probably will if we hit bars at some point.
Eventually.
Also, your vision is going gray.
I know because, well, I know because I have 5% health. That's why.
Yes. And I still haven't finished talking about Final Fantasy VII because the thing I
No,
wanted to say was
not enough of that.
I liked Kingdom Hearts combat.
Yeah.
The hack and slash, the movement, it
I feel
all
like-
felt really smooth and connected really well. So if they bring that back, and I'm not talking like the Crisis Core thing that they try to do, because Crisis Core is, if you ever played, did you play
Yes,
Crisis Core?
of course I played Crisis Core. I
Yes.
beat the shit out of Crisis
I
Core.
liked Crisis Core.
Crisis Core
The combat,
feels good,
felt-
but there was something they could have done better.
well, I
Like
was
you
gonna say, the
said,
combat felt a bit muddy. The way the levels were set up, it was like all really predictable when you were going to run into a random battle.
Right. Well,
And
I
it
mean,
was-
in a certain way, I found that refreshing with its honesty of that they kind of suck a little bit. But it could have been much better. But again, could have been much, much worse.
Yeah.
I think one of the things about Crisis Core, though, is that you have to almost admit that it was made just to appease the 7 fanboys and fangirls and fanzers.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Oh, look, nail gun. Yay.
In great detail. But the fact that they're remaking 7, at the very least, it'll get the fanboys shut up, and
No, it won't.
it'll give me a chance.
No. Final
I'm-
Fantasy fanboys
Well, I
are
like to
worse
hope
than
that it
Nintendo
will, and I
fanboys.
feel like if I say it enough, I can make it true with my mind.
I'm sorry, Goebbels, but that doesn't work right now. The great lie doesn't work nearly as well in the age of the internet. Okay, Goebbels? Okay.
Sure, whatever.
Go suck
But
Hitler's dick again.
I don't know. I want to play it. I'm kind of excited to see it come back out. Mostly because, voice acting, bigger cinematics, better graphics, so I won't have to constantly be staring at like weird polygonal shapes bumping into walls.
Like right now.
Like right now.
Yeah, right now.
And I mean, yeah, it's going to be the exact same thing it always was, and I'm not looking for anything different with the story or anything like that, or anything revolutionary. And admittedly, even in retrospect, the game itself wasn't really revolutionary, other than it was the first one to appear in sarcastic quotes 3D.
Well, here's the thing, though. You've seen the South Park episode about Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark and that re-release. I'm kind of afraid that's what's going to happen here. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yes, I know the episode you're talking about, where like they tried, where like they were talking about like making all the new things, and they remade Indiana Jones with like Ewoks and radios instead of handguns.
Right, they're gonna try and make. Oh, you lose half your skills. Oh shit.
What's that?
You lose half your skills when you
You
die.
do? Oh.
Okay, well, that's good to know now. Yeah, I feel like this is a solid game to do again, honestly.
Well, it's good. It's good for this kind of format because it just means we can talk and randomly
Well, I
bitch about whatever
randomly
we
die,
want, and then occasionally watch Luke get killed.
which is always a solid thing. Yes. Oh, lo-di-da-di-da-di-di.
We are a little bit close to end on time, so
Excellent.
are there any last minute things we want to say before we cut this?
Ben, you should go suck Hitler's dick.
Back on that, are we?
You never left it. Why don't you get off Hitler's dick first, though?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now I'm thinking about Kung Fury, damn it. Thanks a lot, Luke.
You're welcome. You love me for it. By the way, I would just like to mention, we are actually going to do, for charity, games we hate. And you know what Ben's going to run for that? Kung Fury!
Yes, I'm going to run a Kung Fury game, then I'm going to stick the shotgun barrel between my teeth.
Yep, sounds cool.
That is how that is going to work.
Yep, don't forget to ride your Hitler stash dildo. Yep, Hitler stash dildo. Hitler stash dildo!
So as we watch Luke continue to just randomly jump into things, this is a good time to end it. So, thank you all for listening. I've been Ben.
And I've been Luke, the cute one. And this is also Hitler's dildo. Hello!
No, this is not Hitler's dildo. This was Let's Complain. See you next time, guys.